All right, we are live. So we are here for Beyond the Gates. This is Jesus. I didn't even take it down, but I think it's episodes. Oh, it's on here. 45.
I was gonna say I can look. Oh, it's right there, 45 through 49.
Yeah. So how did you feel about this week overall?
Overall, I thought it was a good week. I really thought it was a good week. I felt like I really like the hospital storyline. I just don't like how they have Jacob moving. Um, the whole what's up, Kevin? Kevin been waiting. Kevin been waiting. What's up, Kevin? Um,
Speaking of, it's not even Kevin. I don't even mean to cut you off. It's your resident troll.
where's
It's,
Cajun?
it's your resident troll.
Oh, Cajun.
I, I was minding my, here he is in the chat. I was minding my business yesterday at the parade, and he responds to my story talking about. He said, "Who? What is Heather doing in the camera?" I'm like, "Who the hell is Heather?" And then he was like, "Where's my damn video?" I said, "Cajun, if you don't go," I cussed Cajun out in my DMs. I was like, "If you don't go to hell," he's like, "We don't talk to each other." I'm like, "Cajun, go to hell." I was like, "If you want a review of your own, you got a camera, flip it on, and
He
you
said
go."
you got a camera. Do it your damn self.
But I expected him. I expected him to be in there in my DMs. I was like, I'm pretty sure Cajun's gonna watch this damn these stories and gonna have something to say about a damn Beyond the Gates. JB was off on Saturday. That was JB's off day. I took the day
Child.
off.
Ain't nobody fooling. Listen, don't worry about Cajun.
Yeah, but
Um,
but yeah, we
but
was
I
talking
like the fact that they opened up the clinic, even though that was quick as hell. But
about
I
business
think we're
setup.
moving storylines along. I mean, we're moving storylines along. Like I'm here for them moving these storylines because again, I'm I'm over Haley and Bill. Like I don't care what they do. Go to hell. I don't care what they do.
Can I say something though?
Sure.
The clinic situation. I'm happy we got the clinic open, and this may be a little bit of a nitpick. But Beyond the Gates producers, set designers, y'all ain't got no kind of set. Y'all just created this god dang on
Now
app.
that's true. Now they do need to. They're going to have to give us a set for the clinic. You're right. Now that I agree. I agree. I agree.
Because we didn't even see the grand opening. The grand opening is at Uptown. I said, I know you fucking lying to me.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't get to see yo. Now that I agree, y'all are gonna have to give us a set because it sounds like y'all gonna have a lot going on down to the clinic. So you're right. I now that I do agree with.
So I was like,
And it did seem like they. Now I will say this: it seemed like they sort of rushed through it, which I don't know why. I feel like they could have built up the clinic a little bit more. I feel like there was a little more they could have done. But
mhm.
honestly, like I said, but in light of how long they've been dragging out Bill and Haley, I'm fine
I
because
was happy I had them this.
I'm so sick of Bill and Haley. I don't know what to do with myself.
I am too. Did we get them this week? Yeah, we
We
did.
did. We did.
It wasn't that many episodes this week. But for me, overall, I thought it was a good week. I especially liked Friday. I was like, oh, didn't I saw that coming, but I didn't see that coming at the end.
I think so too, Kevin. But we'll get to that.
I was like, I didn't see that coming, but okay, cool. It was cool.
What happened?
Oh, what happened? What happened at
Oh,
the end of
oh, 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 okay. We'll get there.
Friday? I was like, I saw that coming, but I didn't see her coming like that. I was like, oh, you. I mean, she's still not scary, but I was like, okay. She still don't scare me, but it is what it is. So let's start with Monday. So Monday we opened up and everybody is getting ready for the grand opening of the whatever the hell the name of the clinic is, right?
Yeah, because I don't
Um,
know. We don't know.
Vanessa is hopeful that Deanna will come home. And I don't know what was going on in Vanessa's mind because Vanessa's like, oh, I planned for this. I want us to have a sit down dinner, yada, yada, yada. And Joey looked at her like, you want me to meet your grieving daughter who her father, what Doug ain't even been dead. Doug's not even been dead a year. So I don't know what was going on in Vanessa's brain to think that that would work out.
Vanessa is, in my opinion, when it comes to certain things, Vanessa is oblivious, right? Because she's selfish. She only
Mhm.
thinks of things from her perspective. Um, and I do think that there's a part of her that is being very what's the word I'm looking for? Not conscious of all the things around her.
Mhm.
Like, I get it. You fell in love with a gangster, but you can't. You've got to stop acting like that doesn't matter. You've got to stop acting like everybody's gonna move along and be like, "Oh, nothing to see here." No, ma'am, no. And the fact that it's not a good optic that you've dedicated this clinic to your late husband. And I know everybody doesn't know that Joey is involved, but enough people know that Joey is involved. It's just like she's just very selfish. Like, I don't care how this affects everybody else. Now, if her kids were a little bit older, a part of me would be like, okay, sure. But they're still in college. They're still young. Their father just died. And of course, the daughter is blaming her because the daughter, and it's all a part of the grief. It's like you just let daddy be a drunk. You let daddy do these things. You didn't help him. And that's a realistic point of view that a child would have.
Mm-hmm.
And I just think that she's not. But again, y'all know how I feel. If I was Vanessa, my ass would have been at that school. Ain't no way in hell that I would not have seen my child. There's no way in hell my child would have skipped her father's funeral and I would not have gone down there and we would not be in family therapy. Like, I'm sorry, I would be handling all of it differently. But I know it's a soap opera. I'm not trying to go too deep. But it's no way that my husband died. When did Doug die? Back in like October, November?
October.
Yeah, and it is we are knocking on April. We're in the middle of March, and you just seeing your child. She ain't come home for Christmas. No, hell no. Hell no.
And Banneker's right up the street.
And it's right up the street. You don't have to get on a plane. You ain't even got to fill up your gas tank, girl. You can just get in the car and go.
That's why I've always said.
Oh, Lord. Anyway.
So after that, I'm trying to think how I feel about this situation, but it's Kat and Nicole. They had a conversation, right? So they talked about the Chelsea of it all. Y'all know how I feel when it comes with Kat and Chelsea. Chelsea is flighty as fuck, but Kat is also, a brat and selfish. So they both have their issues. But then Nicole had the conversation with Kat about this vendetta for Leslie. And I was like, here's the thing. I got where Nicole was coming from, and I understood what Nicole was saying to Kat. She was saying to Kat, don't let Leslie consume you with so much anger and animosity towards her, right? I was like, I agree. But at the same time, and I get it, Nicole and Laura have now decided to move forward and I guess be okay with the craziness that is Leslie, but y'all want Kat to accept this. That's not gonna happen. I do agree with Nicole. Yes, Kat. Bring your claws in a little bit when it comes to Leslie. Bring them in a little bit, but still stand on what you say. Because even Kat was like, "This woman is running circles around our family. Like, what are we gonna do?" I was like, "She's right. What are y'all gonna do? Y'all have been dealing with Leslie for now almost. Actually, it's coming up on a year because one anniversary in March.
Yeah.
Y'all been dealing with Leslie for the greater half of a year at this point, and she still managed to get the upper hand on all of y'all." So I get where Kat was coming from. And with me, if this were my mother, I would never stop coming for Leslie. Now I make it to the point where I'm like, you know what? I ain't gonna let her rattle my cage every time I see her. But if you try me, I'm gonna show you who not to fuck with.
This is how I feel. I'm gonna say the same thing I said last week. At this point, Kat, you need to call your mama and daddy into a room. You ain't got to call the whole family. Call your mama and your daddy into the room and say, listen, this is bigger than what y'all think. This isn't just, I hate her because of what she did with the family and the affair. I know she ran Laura off the road. I have proof, but this is how I obtained it, which is why the police can't do anything. Because I think, and I understand what everybody is saying. I do. I mean, when I say everybody, I mean the chat and you, as far as Kat, and that should be enough. I agree. It should be enough that this woman came in and blew up y'all family and your dad slept with her and she showed up with this secret child. That absolutely should be enough. But if everybody else is moving on, I do think Kat needs to tell them, look, the reason why I'm not going to take my foot off her neck is because I know she did it.
So let
I
me ask you
can't
a question.
prove that she did it, but here's how I know that she did it.
So let me ask you a question about that. Do you think that if she did that, that's going to change anything with her, especially her mama? Because Nicole is trying to reason with Kat.
I don't think it'll change anything with her dad, but I do think it'll change something with Nicole. I think that because here's what I need them to do. I need, just like Vernon went to Bill when he needed some dirty work. I feel like, okay, look, this is what we need. We know A, B, and C. Because at this point, they don't know where the helmet is. Like we don't know where the damn helmet is now. But at this point, I do feel like y'all need to play dirty. I just feel like we need to play dirty. But I don't know. I agree that from a perspective of not allowing this woman to consume you, I get it. But from the perspective of absolutely not, you blew up my life and I'm gonna keep my foot on your damn neck, I definitely get it. I definitely get it. But I think when these people start lecturing her, I just think that she needs to just remind them, listen, let me remind y'all something. And let me tell you what I know. Yeah, I was climbing through windows and hiding under beds, but I'm gonna tell you what I know. I don't know.
And there was a lot of lecturing this week with Kat. And one of them, the Nicole one didn't bother me as much as it was Tomas, but we'll get to Tomas in a little bit.
Oh, okay, Tomas.
So then, y'all know how I feel about Jacob and Smitty in this damn alley. Jacob is fine in the alley. Smitty, you in this baseball cap. I don't know who you fooling.
Baby, you're not fooling nobody, Smitty. Not near person.
Not a soul. You just act, and I was watching Teresa's live. I agree. Smitty just like an undercover cop. He looks like an undercover cop.
And like he keeps talking about his famous husband. You think people don't know who you are? Like, you're a white man married to the congressman. Like
he looks like an undercover cop. But Jacob met with him to tell him basically he thinks his cover is blown when it comes to Grayson. I was like, it could be, but that was on you. Like, you could have worn, like, you're in the hospital.
You could have worn a mask. You could have worn some sunglasses instead of regular glasses. You didn't have to look up. I mean, I know why you looked up, but hell, you didn't have to look up.
He really didn't. So moving into Tuesday, we see Jacob as he met up with Grayson, and he was pretending to Grayson that he wasn't an undercover cop, and Grayson was looking at him like, "But I just met up with your wife and Ashley, and your wife was telling a different story." And he was like, "Well, I owe some people some money, and Naomi don't know, and I need you to keep my secret, or else I'll take you down with me." When Grayson was really thinking he was about to get arrested, I said, "This is funny to me." And Grayson believed it. Me personally, I probably wouldn't have believed it.
That's what I said. I mean, I don't know if I would have believed the story, but it was a good story. You know what I mean? Like, it was a good cover up. I don't know if I would have believed it because I might have been sitting there like, bruh. You don't think Grayson believes it? Quake says she don't believe Grayson believes it. I think Grayson wants to believe it, but I don't think he's letting his guard down, though. I don't think he's letting his guard down at all. But he's in. Like, he kind of doesn't have a choice. He's in,
Yeah. Now, a strange storyline that happened on Tuesday was sprinkling. Now, I didn't put it in my notes, but I remember it right when I was getting ready to say something. This Danny, Pamela, and Andre situation where y'all know Danny is the model for, what is it? Is it clothes? Whatever.
It's a clothing line, but like for older women.
Yeah, I don't want to say older women, but
well, that's what it is, child.
Because I didn't want nobody to think I was being shady, but
no, that's what it is. It's a clothing line for older women, honey.
That's what it is. But there's a photographer that Danny and Chelsea worked with in the past, and the photographer has an issue with older women, the way he has to edit them and taking photos. I was like, it ain't that much. I mean, some older people have lines, some people don't. It's just a part of aging. So I don't know but they talked Danny into doing this photo shoot. I was like, I didn't care about this scene. Also, Joey Joey got a monthly reminder about this bet between him and Danny about her.
That thing is funny. That bet is funny.
I thought I cracked up, and then they were having an inside joke with each other. And Andre was like, "Is there something I want to tell me?" Like, you ain't got nothing to worry about.
Right. It's cute. It's cute.
Mm-hmm. But then, in a weird change of events, I was like, "Oh God, it's a lot of Pamela in this episode," and
It was a lot of Pamela,
and it's this damn accent. But at this point now, I've actually just I don't even pay attention. I don't even pay anymore. I don't pay that much attention to the accent anymore. I just like, you know what? Pamela's on the screen. We're gonna hear that weird accent, and it is what it is. So Pamela, she went to go have a conversation with Vanessa about being in some kind of a magazine spread where they were gonna fly her to, I think she said New York. I was like, wait a minute, aren't y'all in DC?
yeah.
Can't y'all just catch the train up?
Well, I've caught planes to New York before.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I was like, I know.
I mean, I've done all three. I've driven. I've caught. Sorry, I hit the wrong button.
Okay.
I've done all four. I've done all of the above. Flights are like 45 minutes.
I was just about to say it's probably a short flight, ain't it?
It is. Yeah, it's like 45 minutes.
So which is shorter? I mean, the flight or the train or driving?
The flight. A train is about between 4 and 5 hours. Driving is between 3 and 4 hours, depending on traffic.
Yeah, we take the flight then.
Yeah. And the only problem with taking the flight though is if you can catch a cheap flight, it's great. The only problem is getting from the airport into the city. You're gonna pay another damn $100 unless somebody come pick you up.
Okay.
But again, I've done all of the above. So
okay, because I was like, I know you can catch the train up to New York, but okay, that makes more sense. But yeah, she was telling her about that, what all they want to do for her. Vanessa seemed like she was into it until Pamela told her, "Girl, we're gonna have to
do a background check."
Then that smile went down. She was like, "Oh, with everything coming up with the clinic."
Or she was like, "Well, on second thought."
And can I be honest with you guys? I actually forgot that she was laundering Joey's money until she said something. I was like, "Oh, that is right. That is how y'all got in bed with each other, literally and figuratively."
Literally and figuratively.
That's how y'all got in bed with each other, was laundering his money. I was like, okay. Mm-hmm. And Pamela was doing everything she could to get Vanessa to do it. And Vanessa's like, "No, Pamela, thank you, but no
thank you, but no thank you."
Yeah. That shit was funny.
But see, that's what happens when you start doing that nefarious stuff, baby. You start missing out.
Yeah, it is. And then the last thing that happened that I remembered, I didn't put it in my notes because it wasn't really much, but I'm on the app, so I'm looking at the synopsis. When Ted and Shanice, now I have grown to, well, I ain't grown. I always thought I liked Ted and Shanice, and it's growing. It's continuing to grow. We see them do physical therapy, and then they were ready to get it in. I was like, oh, that is so cute. I like it.
They're cute. They're doing cute couple things, and I love it.
Mm-hmm. So that's it for Tuesday. Wednesday, I'm gonna get the one storyline out the way that I know had a lot of discourse on. It was the Mona, the Mona.
What the hell is wrong with Mona?
Mona,
I didn't like that,
and a lot of people did not like it.
Why are they turning her into this like I understood her being defective. Lord, I can't get worse. I understood her being defensive and protective of Nicole with Leslie and all of that. But girl, what? I should have known that you weren't this type of person, and it was because he's sitting at a restaurant. Like, what?
I mean, he was flirting hard with Lynette.
But is that your man?
I think so. Here's the thing. Because I was trying to understand.
Jessica K just sanctimonious and judgmental. It was not a good look.
The shit was funny as hell to me when she walked up and slapped the hell out of him. I was like, Mona. So I think what it is, and I agree with you, Cajun, she is sanctimonious and very judgmental. But I think the thing with Mona was, two things with Mona. I think Mona likes him.
She does.
And I think also Mona wants to be a savior for him. So to see him with Lynette, and then him to take Lynette's French fry and put it in his mouth with her finger, y'all just nasty. I'm like, nah, I will say, Mona, they weren't really nasty because they weren't doing anything. I mean, it was just a damn French fry. But again, that's why I say I think it's because,
and you don't even know that woman. Like, you really was calling that woman all kinds of hoes and stuff. You don't know that woman. If she had got up and slapped the shit out of you, she wouldn't have been wrong. You was disrespecting that woman like that.
she was disrespectful to Lynette. I will give her
I was
that.
like, what the hell?
But I just think that Mona, like I said, I just think it's the fact that Mona likes him and she can't really say it because she's conflicted with who he works for and you know, her being a God-fearing woman. And so
go sit her ass down somewhere.
And then instead of her being able to vocalize it to him, she just slaps the shit out of him. Now speaking of Randy, he is over now. What I was like is he's over here. I realized he's playing Lynette because Lynette, and I was like, oh, Lynette, I didn't see that one coming either. So Lynette is like, well, you know, now that the charges are dropped, you know, I can stick around town. Might even get to know Bill a little bit better. I said, who?
See?
She was like, yeah, because you know that they're running a con. I was like, I knew you knew that they were running a con, but you don't know what kind of con they're running.
Don't matter.
She won't in.
She wants in. And again, she got Haley over a barrel because Haley can't say no.
She can't.
Because if Haley says no, now Haley's blowing up her whole spot.
She is. Because all she got to do is Cleo her with that ring. Bitch,
That's
it. Girl, I got your ring. What you want to do?
How you want to carry it?
But I kind of figured she would set her sights for Bill. Once we really,
of course, because she kept. Of course, she is because she kept talking about how powerful Bill was and this and this. Of course, she wants Bill.
I'm screaming because everybody's coming from Mona talking about she needs to get a life.
Because that was so that scene. I could. Let me say this. I wouldn't have even felt no kind of way if Mona had come in there and just kind of was mad. But all of that whole speech she gave was just a lot. Like, I get it that she likes him and, you know, she took him to church and maybe she thought she was, but girl, when you met him, he was working for a gangster. Like, I know you didn't think one night at church, and I know for some people it happens. One day at church, you get saved. I get it. But I know you didn't think that one day at church he was going to change his whole life. Like,
which was kind of interesting to hear him say that to Lynette, that, you know, he's done so much bad that he felt different when he went to church. I was like, really? But you still work for Joey.
Right. Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. Like, he might feel some kind of way, but he ain't ready to stop it. He ain't ready to stop doing it.
Okay.
Again, I could even see if they had Mona pull him to the side and cuss him out. But just that whole scene was just a lot. It was a lot. And like I said, somebody in the chat said Lynette ain't really about that life because she'd have whooped her ass. I was like, exactly. Because Lynette was supposed to cuss her ass out. I mean, I know Lynette gave her a little yang, but no, she was supposed to cuss her ass out.
So was Randy really trying to get into religion to redeem himself for his past, present, and future crimes? I don't think so, because I mean, he still literally works for Joey.
Right.
If he felt so convicted, like you said, I do believe he felt the way, but I also feel like if you really truly felt if you really felt the spirit of the Lord when you got to that church and the Lord was telling you to lead his job, you would have, well, no, maybe not. Because we are talking about Joey. Because I mean, he did have you leave. Which, speaking of which, I thought he had a family.
Who?
Sammy.
But remember, we said that we I think we talked about that last week, that he ain't said nothing about that family since he got back in town.
Where's his family?
I mean, I don't know if it's real or fake. Because remember, somebody was saying, well, it must be real because Doug said it. But I mean, just because him and Doug knew each other from kids, like, that don't mean Doug met his wife. That means he might be just going by what Sammy told him. I mean, I don't know. Because we ain't seen or heard. He ain't mentioned no wife. He ain't said nothing about no wife or no kids since he got out of town and came back.
Speaking of Sammy, Bill decided to go, I forget which episode it was. Bill went down to the casino to ask Joey, like, what's going on between my wife and Sammy? Sir, if you got to ask that question, then that means you think that something's going on with your wife and Sammy. But because he like, she went to hire him, and Bill was like, not Bill, but Joe was like, you know, he's my best guy, and I was like, okay.
They left town with him and didn't return, but he don't even talk about it.
Never mentioned.
He don't even say, I need to go. I got to go out of town for a couple of days. I got to go visit my kids. Like, he don't say nothing.
Never.
And to be honest, I don't think he ever brought it up either. I think it was Doug that brought it up, and it was Joey. I don't remember Randy talking about a family like that. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I might have missed it, but
I think he mentioned his kid, and I think he said it was a boy, right?
I don't know.
Shit, I forgot.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know.
I forgot. Now, something funny that happened on Wednesday's episode was Joey calling Marcel down to the casino to basically tell Marcel, keep your girlfriend happy and keep her from flirting with me. I said,
maybe that shit was funny.
It was funny as hell to me.
You said JB's mic is echo. It might be me because it was me last night. Hold on. Let me see if it's me. I'm a mute, and then you try to talk to see if the echo is you.
Okay. Can y'all hear? Okay, so do y'all hear the echo now?
Oh, wait, was it? Kay just said it sounds better now. Okay, never mind.
Cool. So what were we talking about? But yeah, I thought that was funny about the Leslie and Marcel telling him to
and he said you better keep your woman on a leash.
Make her happy.
Something. But he ain't wrong. Like, Leslie is too much. She is doing too much.
She is. And what I will say, I'll talk about it once we get to Thursday. Because she said something and I don't believe her. But speaking of Leslie, she is writing her speech for the opening of this clinic. I said, girl, you in this damn speech.
Maybe if you don't log into Chat GPT.
And Vanessa sort of like, girl, you can just cut the ribbon. And I was like, oh, not the ribbon.
Yeah, so just cut the ribbon.
So while they were talking, we finally met Deanna, who actually liked Leslie. And Vanessa's like, no, you don't like her. I was like, you can't. I mean, she's a grown-ass woman. You can't tell this girl who to like and who not to like. I know you don't like the lady, but if your daughter likes her, shit, your daughter likes her.
And I feel like Deanna gonna do the opposite of what her mama like anyway. Just on GP. You don't like her? She's my best friend.
So here's the thing. I was looking at Deanna all Wednesday and Thursday, right? I will say the clip that they showed last week, it didn't do her any justice.
I agree.
She's not bad. I think it's her.
I felt better watching the whole thing.
I think her voice. I think it's her voice. We got to get because she has kind of a high pitched voice a little bit. And I was like, okay, I think because I don't think she's a bad actress. But
no, I agree.
But that scene that they showed last week, I was like,
but I will say this too. That was great casting. She looks like Vanessa.
She does.
She looks just like Vanessa. They even like their facial features. I mean, that was great casting. Now, I still didn't need to take y'all a year to find her. But it was great casting because she looks just like Vanessa.
She does. I was like, y'all did a good job casting her.
Yeah, that was great. Yeah, that was a good job. And the boy is looking a little bit better. I don't know. He's something more mature about him too.
Mm-hmm.
The son, I don't know. Is he growing facial hair or it's something more mature about him? Because at first I was like, he is a funny looking, but he's growing into himself. Yeah, he's growing into his skin. Yeah.
So I was happy to finally see Deanna, and she got a scowl on. When she came in, I was like, girl, you got a scowl on your face, and it's your mama. But I had been saying that for months. I was like, I knew that's what it was, that Vanessa was the problem with the daughter. I really feel that Deanna was closer to Doug than she was her mama. And I think she's a daddy's girl, and Donnell is a mama's boy.
I agree.
And I knew what we got this week was going to happen when we finally met the girl. I was like, that girl's going to come in with an axe to grind with her
and let it loose.
And not to get ahead of ourselves, but I am happy that she did it because I was like, the audacity of Vanessa, the pure audacity is what I will say about that. So moving on, we see Kat. Now y'all know Kat has been trying to figure out where she wants to stay. Y'all know she had
And
Vanessa.
I'm so sick of Kat and her homicide. Because you
So
saw even Grant, even Anita was like, "Girl, you have the money to buy to go get your own place. Like you don't have to do this." Like,
yeah.
oh,
So then she goes over to Anita and Vernon and she says, "Can she move in with them?" And they kind of looked at her.
because they were all thinking the same thing. Like, girl, you can afford your own place. Why do you need? I think there's a reason why Kat doesn't want to live alone, though.
I do too. I think Kat is not, I mean, she's still in her early 20s. So I don't, and she's never lived by herself. And she even said that she's never lived by herself with Chelsea when they made up with each other, which I was so happy that they made up with each other. But again, y'all know how I feel when it comes to Chelsea. I love Chelsea, but let's just be for real. Chelsea is, like I said, flighty as fuck.
She flighty as hell.
And it's blowing me that Chelsea didn't see what Cat was where Cat was coming from. It's not the fact that you know I don't want to live with you anymore. It's the fact that girl, you have and it's the fact that everybody Vernon had to point it out to her. Even Naomi had to point it out to her. They were like, Chelsea, think about everything that you've done in the last let's just say the last few weeks. You were going to move to Copenhagen and you and Kat are like this. Y'all are like sisters. Y'all
And you
do
didn't even have a conversation with her.
exactly. Y'all do everything together. Y'all live together. Y'all work together. Y'all are like this. You didn't even have the the courage to say,
Respect. Yeah.
Hey Kat, Madison is going to Copenhagen. I'm thinking about going. Not I'm going.
Right.
Not I'm going. Just I'm toying with the idea of going. Then you get engaged to her. This is your best friend. When you tell your best friend, hey, I'm thinking about proposing to my girlfriend, my boyfriend, whatever, I want to plan this wedding with you, da 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 da. But no, you just bring it on her. We're engaged, Kat. Girl, what the fuck?
And I think we give Kat a lot for being selfish, which Kat is selfish, but I don't think we give as much to Chelsea for being selfish. Chelsea is selfish too.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think we give Chelsea as much
and
about
then
being
just ask her if you're jealous. Girl, it ain't about being jealous. It's the fact
right. It's not about being jealous, girl.
You're not being considerate of me because even when they made up, you saw how happy Kat was. We're planning a wedding, and I was like, I think.
And she was like, and you can move back in, and she was like, oh no, I'm still not moving back in.
Yeah,
no, that's not changing.
And I was like, exactly, like Chelsea. You don't think about like you just said, really be. Chelsea is just as selfish as Kat is because everything with Madison is about what Chelsea wants. It's not about, she thinks about nobody else but herself. Because to move to Copenhagen and then in this week's episodes, they just unveiled the Anita baby. I'm like, girl, how the fuck were you gonna go to Copenhagen and y'all just unveiled a new bag? I would have cussed Chelsea. I would still probably be cussing Chelsea out because I'm like, I love you. You're my best friend. You're my cousin. You're my sister. But girl, what the fuck? We have like Kat said, we have a business. I know you can figure things out. Like you can figure out what the time is over there and find a good time that you both can get on a phone call with each other. But again, y'all have a brand new business. It's still in its infancy.
And that was the whole purpose of them moving in together.
Mm-hmm. It's still in its infancy. It's not a well-established brand yet.
So ain't nobody worried about Peaches.
I forgot about Peaches, to be quite honest with you.
Peaches is in that hospital room just like that tea is still sitting on Bill's desk, child. We don't care nothing about it.
I forgot all about Peaches. So we get to Thursday, and you guys, the clinic is finally open with no damn set. I was happy that the clinic was open, but I was just like, the clinic is open. But
yeah, that storyline went faster than the set designers. Which is like, again, I don't know why they're rushing that storyline because I really feel like they could have gave us a good another month. They could have stretched out that storyline a good another month. I mean, we could have talked about, I think that the dads are too passive with letting the daughter being pushed out of it. It was her idea. She wasn't even at the opening.
That's what.
But again, I think they're so caught up in their own world, they're not even pushing back like they should. Because I feel like they should be pushing back a little bit more. Like, no, that was my daughter's idea. My daughter is going to be a part of this.
Yeah, that I'm still, and I look at everybody's house. I don't want nobody to be like, I don't want nobody to think I'm just coming at Leslie and Eva. It's everybody involved.
Yeah, everybody is just letting it. Everybody, and like they'll mention it. Oh, that was such a great thing Samantha came up with. Oh wow, Samantha! Like they give her credit, but they're not letting her be a part of being a part of the important stuff.
Right. And the problem that I really have is the fact that Samantha went to Eva, who then went to her mama, and now we went from Eva to Leslie to Joey to Vanessa, and there's mentions of Samantha here and there, but y'all have really, like Smitty said, co-opted this girl's whole thing.
You took it, you stole it from her,
and made it about yourselves. And I get it. She's a teenage girl. I know most people trying to, they don't want. I know most people don't want to give kids the credit, but this wouldn't have come to fruition without her idea.
Right. And then they were like, oh yeah, because she had to go to school. That's something you get out of school for. As a teacher, I'm saying that's something you get out of school for and be like, I mean, child.
Couldn't have been me, but hey. Speaking of, there was this scene earlier, I think it was Wednesday. This scene with Nicole and Smitty, that was the weirdest scene to me, where she went over to the house because she took over the cotillion shoes for Samantha and Tyrell, and she wanted to have a conversation with Smitty because Samantha is noticing that something is going on with Smitty. And some of Nicole's like, is it something that can you tell me, or are you not able to tell me? And I was like, ma'am, he's an investigative journalist. Why do you think if his daughter is worried about it and you know what he does for a living, then common sense would say, maybe we can't talk about this.
You know what, Quake? That's a good point too. Even if Martin had just shown up, he's literally got a whole campaign going on. That'd have been so much a press and you know what I mean? Like even if Martin hasn't been like, I'm gonna take you, we're gonna stand on the podium, you're my daughter, I'm gonna pull rank here. But we already talked about that. I don't know, that was weird. I'm not really sure. I feel like she wanted him to understand that Samantha is noticing how much he's putting, and maybe she's just nervous about, last time their careers got in the way and they ended up separated. So I don't know. Well, it wasn't just their careers, it's because he lied about killing somebody. But I mean, I don't know. It was weird.
Very. Because I was like, what is this scene? Didn't understand it. But okay, I was like, okay, I guess. But hey, it is what it is. So then
they keep putting Nicole in diagonal stuff the same way they keep putting Haley in tiger print, leopard print, zebra print. I mean, I think they're just trying to give each person that's their style, because we tend to do that. We tend to shop in what we like, and we find it, and we buy different versions of the same stuff because that's what we tend to like. I
mean, the Peg Bundy stuff is getting old with Haley.
Yeah, but
I'm sick of the Peg Bundy. She actually does. She does give Black Peg Bundy, but I'm like, oh girl, if I see leopard, cheetah, tiger, I'm gonna scream. Like I like seeing Haley in different. Like there'd be some times that they just put Haley in little business suits and it'd be cute. I'm like,
I agree. It's not Samantha's clinic. However, it was Samantha's idea. She went to people for help and they cut her out. So I don't think it's fair to say she didn't do anything. She wasn't allowed to do anything. She didn't go to Eva to take over. She went to Eva to help her get funding.
Yeah,
right. So once Leslie came in, Leslie pushed her out. So I don't think it's fair to say she didn't do any meetings. She didn't do this. She was actually writing a business plan. Remember? That's what she was asking. I think she asked the lawyer, Naomi. Remember, she asked Naomi. So I don't think it's fair to say, well, she didn't do anything. She wasn't allowed to. Because she actually was writing a plan. She actually had started making the phone calls. She was doing the things they told her she needed to do. Now, to be clear, could a 16-year-old child have done all of it? No. But they pushed her out, and there were a lot of things she could have continued to do that they did not allow her to do.
Agree. Child, you know something I just forgot about, and we talked about it, Haley and Bill, and I completely forgot about them too. They went out of town, and then they came back home to have a picnic or whatever the fuck in the middle of the floor,
Right, because Bill said that the judge called him back. He had to do a deposition. And they had to cut their vacation short. Whatever.
and they talking about having a baby. I was like, oh my god, this
Don't
baby.
care. Don't care. Don't care.
I completely forgot about that. But I also forgot to mention that Vernon went over there because that's when Kat, moved in,
Baby Cat punked her grandparents.
and Kat heard that damn construction. She was like, "What is that?" And he was like,
Right.
"Oh, girl, that's just Leslie and her moving. Here goes some headphones. You want these?" Kat was like, "I don't want no damn headphones. I want that shit to stop.
Okay. Like, hello.
I want
The
that."
next thing was funny to me. Cat was like, I'm sorry. We're the
And,
Duprees. What you mean
and
we
when she
can't
put
do
on
nothing?
her jacket, I screamed. I said, "Kat," and they were like, "Kat, what are you about to do?" She's like, "I'm about to go lay in front of a bulldozer." I was like, "I know that's right."
Cat
So
was like, I'm not understanding what the problem is here.
and then for Vernon to go over there. Now, Vernon, you told Kat that we've tried this many times to stop Leslie, but now you're going over here to try to stop Leslie again. Now, Vernon, here's the thing that I will say about not Vernon, but Bill. For Bill to be, because y'all know when somebody goes to Bill's them house, they have that tablet that shows them who's there, and they open the door. He huffed and puffed, but you still open the door for him.
Oh, of course. He gonna open the door because at the end of the day, he wants Vernon's acceptance. Remember
Mhm.
that whole thing about Vernon being the father that he never had? Like he wants that from Vernon.
KJ, you talking about you feel bad for Rowena? That's her job.
How about to say it's Rowena's job? She ain't doing nothing that they not paying
Rowena
her
ain't got, Rowena ain't got shit else to do.
for. Okay.
Shit, how you gonna feel bad for Rowena? That is her damn job.
Vernon knows judges, but Vernon doesn't want that paper trail.
I don't know what they're gonna do to stop Leslie with this house.
I don't know, but the preview for next week, it looked like they did something.
Yeah, look like they did something. So we'll see what they did next week. So let's see. Now Thursday mostly consisted of the clinic opening. I'm gonna save that stuff for last. Let's get into Tomas and Chelsea and Kat. So Kat went to. They were all at the country club. Y'all can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they were at the country club. And Kat let them all know, "Hey,
Yeah.
I found a place to live." And they're like,
Yeah.
"Where'd
Yeah,
you
at the
where'd
country
you
club.
where'd you move?" And Tomas like, "It was that condo that you saw." She was like, "No, the address is 1228 Jasmine Road." And Chelsea was like, "The Grands?" She was like, "Yes." And Tomas, who pissed me off, he was like, "You're staying with Anita and Vernon?" They were like, "Yeah." He was like, "Isn't that going to be a little awkward?" They were like, "Tomas, our grandparents' house is on the estate. I have my own wing. I come and go." He was like, "Oh, well, I don't feel comfortable coming over here." He's like, and I'll give Tomas this. He made one valid point. Kat has gone from different things. First, she wanted to move in with him. Then she wanted her own condo. Now she's wanting to move in with her grandparents. I'll give you that. She has gone from point to point. But you're being very selfish. And yo, because he was like, "Oh, well, I don't feel comfortable coming to your grandparents' house." She was like, "Tomas, sir, there are so many ways to get in the house that my grandparents would never know you were there." And he was like, "So why are you moving out now that you and Chelsea are?" Because she was like, one, Madison is a screamer, and Chelsea was like, "Oh my god," and she's like, "She is a screamer."
That was funny. The Madison is a screamer was funny.
It was, but I was like, "Oh my god!" So on top, so that makes more sense why Kat wants to move out. Which I get it. Y'all are a couple. Y'all are gonna have sex, but my god damn, y'all do have to. I mean, y'all can't be considerate for one person. Like, damn, I would feel away if I'm living in my house and I have a roommate and my roommate is loud every night. I'm like, "Oh my god, what is
Yeah.
going on?" But it was Tomas. He was like, I'm like, "You're doing this all because of you. You don't feel comfortable going over to them people's houses. Their house. They literally just told you it's an estate. It's a wing. What are you so worried about Anita and Vernon seeing you? They know
I
you're
think
dating her."
I agree with you that Tomas. I agree that what Tomas was saying, you've been all over the place. But I also agree that Tomas was like, but you, it's almost like you're doing the same thing to Tomas that you're mad at Chelsea for doing to you. You're literally making these life decisions. If we're a couple,
Mm-hmm.
you're literally making these life decisions, not asking me for my permission, but having the conversation.
I get it.
You know, first it was, like you said, first it was, I'm moving out.
Mm-hmm.
Can I move in with you? Then it was, well, I'll just get my own place.
Mm-hmm.
Then it was, well, I mean, this all happened in a matter of what, a week?
Yeah, it did.
And I understand where Tomas is coming from. Like, at the end of the day, I'm not comfortable. Yes, it's an estate, but at the end of the day, I'm a grown ass man. I'm not gonna be sneaking in and out of somebody's house. And even if he's not technically sneaking, he may not feel comfortable. Like, I know for me, I understand that there are reasons why people live at home. I'm not one of those people that's like, oh, he lives with his mom. Like, I'm not one of those people. I know there's different reasons and different circumstances why somebody would live at home. But if I started dating a guy that lived at home, whether it's an estate or not, I don't know how comfortable I would be spending the night there. I just don't know.
Now, what if it was something like Candy's house? You know how she got the one.
That's a whole separate guest house. I mean, having a guest wing and having a guest house is two different things.
Yeah.
But I'm not saying, and I'm not even saying that Kat has to change her mind because he's uncomfortable, but it's the conversation.
I get it.
And like he said, he was like, and the fact that you admitted, I didn't even cross your mind when you were making it. You didn't even think to say, let me run this by Tomas and see how he likes it. And I get it. It was because I don't know. It's just, I don't like Tomas. And we know that Tomas is using her, but I do think that I think Kat has to remember, you're in a relationship. You can't keep thinking single. You're not single anymore.
The only thing that annoyed me with Tomas was when he was talking about how things are going to be with Anita. And she was like, I know that, Tomas. Like, that was part of the reason that I did this. I wanted to be closer to my grandmother. I wanted to have my grandparents. So and here's the thing, I get him voicing that things are not gonna be easy, which it's not. When you're dealing with someone who has cancer, yeah, no, it's not easy. No, there are gonna be some days that are good and some that are bad. But I really feel like with that stuff, I feel like he was trying to talk her out of it. And I was like, no.
Oh, I definitely think he was trying to talk her out of it. Yeah. And I'm not even saying that his reasons are good reasons. Like, it's probably bullshit. Because I don't trust him. You know what I'm saying?
Child, I can't with Cajun today. Now I look like Lynette.
Put him in timeout, child. Just put him in timeout.
So now we can get to the main event of Thursday. So the main event of Thursday was us, at Uptown.
Uptown's kicking it.
Leslie gave her speech at the clinic. They said it was a good speech. Eva played a little bit of it. Vanessa gave her little speech. The twins are there. I was like, when is it gonna go down? And when it went down, I will say,
baby, it went down.
My mouth dropped.
Oh, it went down.
My mouth dropped.
And again, I'm not even like, once I saw the whole scene in context, I'm not even mad at Deanna.
I wasn't either. So
you are literally standing in front of the damn restaurant tonguing this man down.
It wasn't even that for me. You could clearly see it, because remember when Joey came there, he spoke to Deanna, and Deanna was like,
Yeah, Deanna wasn't feeling him from the door.
And you can see the interaction between him and Vanessa. And I was like, oh, Vanessa, you're not really doing a good job of hiding this if you want to hide this from your daughter, you're not doing a good job. Now, speaking of, let's talk about crazy ass Leslie flirting with Kyle.
That damn Leslie. Golly.
She flirted with Kyle, and she was trying to flirt with Joey, and she was like, oh, Vanessa, you got him out of here before I could get to him, huh? You Fairmont Crest women are so, whatever she said. And she's like, girl, I'm not really being serious. I'm like, and I was with Vanessa. I was like, your past says otherwise. Ted was different. Was he?
Was he, though?
Because he was still married, but okay. That was so funny to me, Melrose, when she called him Dr. Feelgood. Leslie knows she's gonna give somebody.
Damn, Leslie is and that's what I'm saying. I love Leslie because of that. Remember that you saw that TikTok I sent you with her one-liners? Like, Leslie is fucking hilarious. Is she annoying? Does she do too much? Are they letting her get away with murder? Absolutely, all of the above. But it is hilarious.
It is. No, it was that. So I kept watching the one, because there is one where they was showing her one-liners with what's his name? And this one that you sent to me, it was the one where she was the one-liners about Derek last week when she called him when she said cock a doodle doo your ass.
That damn Leslie.
One thing about her, she is hilarious. They cannot get rid of her. Never. Because she is comic relief. And I do wonder how much of that is written in and how much of that is her.
Right. I wonder how much of that is her.
But it was funny. But she called that man Dr. Feelgood, and she was like, maybe I can take you home. And not Vanessa, but Nicole came over there and she's like, Kyle, do I have anything to worry about you going on with us?
Baby, did Vanessa, I mean, Nicole dropped her nut. She was like, do I have anything to worry about? Kyle was like, nope.
Yeah. She was like, do I have to worry about you leaving with her? He was like, nope. She was like, okay, we're good. And Leslie walked away. I was
Baby.
like, you have to walk away with that tail tucked between your legs. Now, I'm going to highlight this comment because Cajun put it in here twice. I didn't catch it, so.
What happened?
He thinks Kyle is part of the plasma ring.
I don't think so. I would be shocked if he is, but he might be. I mean, anybody that's new is suspect. But yeah. I would be surprised if he is. That doesn't mean it. I mean, that doesn't mean he's not. I would just be surprised.
Right. So, the Deanna of it all. Like I said a few minutes ago, Deanna was climbing.
Baby.
But when Joey left and Vanessa walked out, I was like, girl, of all the, like, why would you do it in front of the door? Why not walk into his car and kiss him? And Deanna saw that. And so when Vanessa came back in and she was having a conversation with Leslie and Eva, and she was giving Leslie her prompts, Deanna came up and said, Mom, how long have you been screwing Joey Armstrong? I said, well, damn.
She was like, because ain't no man going to do all of this, and he ain't getting nothing. I said, well.
And she was right.
Well.
And then when she said, girl, you can't be without a man for 6 months, I was like, damn.
Little does she know, it started before that.
It sure did. She called her mama everything but a hoe.
No, she called her a hoe too.
I mean, she called her a hoe.
I'm just saying. She called her mama all of the above, honey. All of the above.
She called her mama a hoe on the slick. And the funniest thing, because I saw a lot of people saying this too, it shows the difference between a black mama and a white mama. Because Vanessa was sitting there crying the whole time. I was like, shit, that could never be me. If I ever had the audacity to ask my mama who she was having sex with, shit, I wouldn't have no teeth. I wouldn't even be here today. That lady would have took me out. I couldn't imagine speaking to my mama like that ever.
Baby, absolutely.
And I done told y'all before, there was a big, huge height difference between me and my mama. I'm 5'9", 5'10". My mama was like 5'2". And my mama told me as I got older and I kept getting taller, she's like, oh, all I'm gonna have to tell you to do is just bend down so I can slap you. And I believed her.
Oh, yeah. She meant that.
Mm-hmm. But I feel Deanna was justified. Now, was she wrong for cussing her mama out like that? Absolutely. That's still your mama at the end of the day. But your mama is literally flaunting this in your mouth, in your face. Mm-hmm. And because she even said it to her mom. No one here looks shocked. Nobody.
Because everybody knows. Like, girl, she just tongued that man down in the middle of the country club. Girl, everybody knows.
Like, nobody's shocked. And I'm like, you right about that, Deanna. But then what I will say is I did like the conversation that Nicole had with Deanna when she first noticed that Deanna was upset. Because even Deanna was kind of trying to get it out of Nicole. She was like, so you've been seeing my mom, like, so what's going on with her? And I even like the fact that when she was having a conversation with Donnell, she was like, so how long have you known? A couple of days? A couple of months?
Oh yeah, she was on Donnell too. Like, so you wasn't gonna tell nobody. But to be fair, girl, you was in your dorm room and wouldn't come out. Like, why would he add to it? Why would he say more?
So yeah, I was like, ooh. But like I said, I did like the conversation Nicole and even Kyle were having. And this was something that I noticed this week. I was like, because he said he got an older child and a younger son. I was like, does everybody on this show have at least 2 kids? Because if you notice, nobody has more than 2 kids, with the exception of Ted. He's the only person that got three kids. Everybody else has two. Vernon and Nita got Danny and Nicole. Nicole got Kat and Martin.
That's interesting. I never thought of it.
And Danny got Chelsea and Naomi. Everybody got Leslie got one. Ashley's mama only got one. So everybody got either one or two.
That's interesting. I honestly never thought of it.
I noticed that this week. Like nobody has more than two kids. Except the kid. That is it.
Because he a hoe.
But yeah, Deanna, she was on. Oh yeah, Elon has three.
Well, we ain't seen the third one yet. He don't count yet till we see him.
Yeah, I forgot about that. But yeah, Deanna was
again. That clip didn't do her any justice that they showed us. I think they did. Again, after seeing it in context, I was like, "Yes, girl, get your mama, get her." And it didn't read as bad as it seemed in that clip.
It didn't.
Not Leslie don't need more than one. Well, that's true, but that's true, but
it is true.
The third son is a man. You know how soap operas are until they show them, because they'll be quick to forget about it. A year from now, they'll be like, Elon only got two kids. Be like, that's not what y'all told us. So until we see him, it don't count.
Yeah, for right now, it's just Jacob and Isaiah until we meet. Oh boy, what was up? Luke, something. It's unbiblical.
Yeah, I think his name is Luke.
It's unbiblical. Y'all tell me.
That is something biblical. I'm not doing this with you today.
I mean, it is.
That is something biblical.
Those kids' names are biblical. Isaiah, Jacob, and whatever the other boy's name, which again, it's a biblical name.
It is. I think it is Luke, though. I think you're right. I think it is Luke.
It's a biblical name. Child, here's the thing. Since we've been talking about Deanna for so long, I wonder, okay, it is Luke. I wonder how long is it going to take for us to meet Luke? Because if you notice something about Jacob said everybody in his family was in law enforcement. And I know it's him and his other brother. They're in law enforcement.
That's who they should have had doing this undercover. That's how they could have brought Luke on the show. Had him do the undercover, because nobody knows who the fuck he is.
Right. Because even
that's the one thing. We were talking backstage, and this is what I was going to say on camera. The one thing that's irritating me about this is I like the plasma storyline. I like the fact that it's bringing new people. It's giving us a new storyline. I like that. I just think they fumbled the Jacob part of it. They just fumbled that part. But the storyline itself, I'm here for this whole plasma storyline. And I hope that they're going to extend it. Like I want to see where it goes. Because now that we got the clinic, and I think that's why they rushed the clinic to sort of bring it in with the plasma. I think, at least I hope that's what they did,
Yeah, Chip, I agree. Shanice does have multiple siblings, but when I was talking about I was talking about the other main characters that got kids, most of them only have at least one or two. With the exception of Ted, who got three, and Elon is not like really a main cast. We see Elon here and there, but he still got three. But yeah, I agree. That would have been a better way to go with this storyline, is to bring in.
And then he could have been. Now Jacob could have been working. Right, we could have had him checking in with Jacob the same way Jacob is like kind of checking in with Smitty. Like that could have been the connection. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. That's the only part of this that I'm kind of just not. I'm really just not feeling it, because I feel like they just fumbled it. Because it's just like, bruh.
And it's something like you said before about Jacob, because Jacob even said it in the episode with Grayson. My dad is a chief of police. Nigga, we know that.
Right. The chief of police son would never go from being just a regular plainclothes detective all day long into this big of a deep undercover case that way. I mean, I ain't no police officer, but I just don't think that's how that shit goes.
And again, Luke is a police officer, right? Luke is
they say he's in law enforcement. We're not sure exactly what he does.
Like Luke is part of law enforcement, so I get it. He may be in another county, whatever, but y'all can't bring him. So I'm gonna pull a really big writers and
okay.
Let's get Luke.
Let's get him
cast. It's because it took y'all forever to cast Deanna, and I'm gonna tip my hat to y'all with Deanna, because y'all did a great job with.
They really did do a good job, but it still didn't need to take them all that time though.
Y'all did a great job, because that young lady does look.
She looks just like Vanessa.
And
But
like
she
we
definitely
just,
looks mixed. But she
yeah,
looks like Vanessa.
and also like we just said earlier, that clip that y'all showed us last Friday, y'all was wrong for that because y'all had me thinking like, oh God, is this girl gonna come on here and be a shitty actress? Because she was doing the most
The most.
in
But
this.
when you saw it in context, it was
It
different.
it made sense because again, Vanessa. And speaking of Vanessa, let's keep on going with Vanessa. Instead of running out of there to find your daughter,
You sat there.
you sat there. Then, and I get it. You talked to your best friend and her boo thing. That's
Right, her boo thing.
that's fine. But even after you talked to Nicole and Kyle, you still did not run after your daughter. Her brother did. You ran after Joey. I was like, girl, that's what your child is mad at you about.
Right. You
Your
went to
daughter
Joey's.
is
Yeah, you went to the casino.
your daughter is literally mad at you about that. And Deanna made a very valid point. Mom, how much do you know about this man? I said, ding, 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 ding. Your mama don't know nothing about him.
Which is
I
why she wanted to have this tell me about your family moment.
I cannot wait until Vanessa finds out that Joey is the one that killed, or potentially, because I still don't think that Doug is dead. I still don't.
I don't think Doug is dead either. I'm just not convinced. And I know that the character who plays Doug really did leave, but
Mhm.
I'm just not just the way I'm just not convinced that Doug is gone, y'all. I think they're gonna bring him back. They might bring him back as somebody different. He had to have plastic surgery or something. Because remember, the car was burned up. So I can
Mhm.
see them bringing back another person and saying it's Doug. We see that on soap operas all the time. But I'm not convinced that Doug is dead.
But yeah, that was just what threw me for a loop. It was like, Vanessa, your daughter is mad at you because she feels like you're already replacing her dad. And like she said,
Mhm.
it's not even been, it's just been 6 months that dad is gone, been dead. And you already shacked up, you already with Joey of all, and that's the thing, of all people, Joey. Much like how Donnell earlier, when Doug died, he attributed Doug's death to Joey.
Mhm.
Deanna's doing the same thing.
Which is weird that he was so he was like defending because all you had to say was I felt the same thing too, but I got to know him. Because
Mhm.
don't dismiss her feelings like they're not valid. Her feelings are valid. You thought the same thing, but I would, he could have just said I thought the same thing, but I got a chance to get to know Joey when I came down here, and yada yada yada. I don't know.
And then, like I said, Vanessa went to the to the casino. Deanna, she ripped into me, rightfully so, rightfully so. Y'all were in her face, and she said something to me. And she asked me, "Do I know you?" And I don't know you. And Joe was like, "I thought that was part of the allure." And I was like, "It was for her until she got
It
hit with
was.
reality that she don't know shit about you besides the bedroom." And now that y'all gone public, because even Nicole had to ask the question of Vanessa, what are you doing with Joey? Like, you want Joey to go out in public with you? You want him to do this? You're trying to mold Joey into who you want Joey to be. And I was like, that's exactly what it is. She's trying to mold him. And even Nicole had to question Joey. She was like, you know, Vanessa's my best friend, and she's like my sister. And basically, she basically got him the same story Danny gave him. He's like, you and your sister both said the same thing to me, and take it, because they really mean it about her. Like, I do believe that both Nicole and Danny love Vanessa, and they want what's best for her. But Vanessa just infuriates me when it comes to Joey. Like, she doesn't see reason when it comes to him. Like, you know who he is. You and Doug helped Randy get out of town because of him. But
You know
okay,
what she knows what she's dealing with.
she
But
does.
again, she know what she's dealing with.
She's thinking with her cooch. Like somebody said earlier in the chat, she's thinking with her cooch.
But she always has been. She's a hoe.
And is. So we get to
And
Friday.
I think Danny and Nicole are used to her being a hoe. I
Mhm.
think the Joey Armstrong part of it has them like, whoa. Because they're used to her being a hoe.
Yeah, they are. So then we get to Friday. So Friday, Vanessa is getting to know Joey. I was like, girl, this is so ass backwards. Like, girl, you've been fucking this man for months, and now you want to get to know him.
Now you concerned.
Okay, but I mean, if she like, so he told her about his dad. I'm gonna ask you, how much of this stuff do you believe?
I believe all of it.
Okay, so you believe all of it. I do believe he got in the game because of his dad. He said his dad was abusive towards him, but not his dad was abusive towards him,
I'm
but
gonna
not
tell you
his
why I believe
mama
all of it.
or his sister.
I'm gonna tell you why I believe all of it. Because he talked about everything until he got to his sister. He wouldn't say shit about his sister.
He got quiet about that sister.
And somebody, I can't take credit for it. I think it was Kevin who said that he thinks the sister is the chief, is the chief ever at the
I
hospital.
thought that too.
I think it could be. But the question would then go back to how they never run into each other. That doesn't mean they haven't run into each other. He just don't acknowledge her.
Yeah. So also in this and with Friday's episode, it mostly just centered around Vanessa getting to know Joey months later. But hey,
after you've been sleeping with him and rolling around with him and traveling, went out of the country with this man, but I don't know you, girl. Bye.
Okay. So Jacob tried to have a conversation with Grayson, right? And I thought Jacob had the audacity to tell Grayson to end things with Ashley. I was like, that's a little weird. I get that
he did. He was like, stop playing with that girl. Like, what? One don't have nothing to do. I could be a criminal and still like her.
Like, I was just like, so weird. That's weird. Derek and Naomi, they had a conversation, right? And Derek is, he was like, they were both saying how Leslie did good with the opening. Derek is just worried that Leslie, he was like, I hope Leslie doesn't get to the point where she gets bored with it and it goes by the wayside. And Vanessa was like, and not Vanessa, but Naomi was like, well, you can find ways to get her, get her out. He's like, I can.
Baby, he was like, I can? Oh, well, tell me how I do that.
But he's still also worried about Ashley and Grayson. But
he said it's something about that man. I just don't feel it. I said, that's right. Stick to your intuition.
Here's the thing. I'll give him half of a point, right? And here's why I say half of a point, because he is right about Grayson, but it's also at the same time, it's his jealousy.
Right. Yeah, I was gonna say he right, but yeah, you're right.
It's his jealousy. It's his jealousy. Now, I want somebody to clear this up for me. Was the hospital closed? Well, I know hospitals don't close, but the way he made it seem when Grayson and Jacob met up on the elevator, right? Oh, he said that Shanice and Ashley had left for the day. I was like, okay, now I just thought about it when I said it out loud. They left for the day. But I mean, shit, ain't there some other nurses that would know y'all?
That's what I'm saying. Like, Jacob, they're not the only ones that know you, sir. Like, again, you're a fixture, you're a cop, you've been around, but
that's how I was kind of
far be it for us to try to make sense, honey.
I was like, it's a lot more than just Shanice and Ashley. I mean, we've seen these people in the hospitals. I mean, his family is part of the hospital. Nicole, Ted. I mean, I'm pretty sure. I know that they have a board. I wouldn't be surprised if Vernon and Anita are not on the board at the hospital.
I mean, like I said, the way they've done this whole Jacob part is just irritating me.
And then go back to what we said earlier, Jacob, buddy, sir, you're in a hospital. It wouldn't be something out of the norm to have a fucking mask on, a surgical mask on. It would not be out of the norm. You're in a hospital. It would be understandable. People are, oh, he probably worried about, catching something. Nothing.
People wear masks in the hospital all the time.
Exactly. Like,
I mean, people still wear masks in public, so they people in the hospital. I went to urgent care last year, and because that was the flu was at the height, they had people wearing masks then.
Mm-hmm.
So
he can do something to cover his identity.
He could have done more than them damn clear glasses and a hat.
In their hat.
I mean, the glasses okay. I mean, you might, people might be a little leery of you walking around with sunglasses on in the hospital, and even not even that, you could have something going on with your eyes. I mean, but a mask was not that big of a deal, child. Not Elliot Stabler wouldn't have been this sloppy. Now we're gonna go to Elliot Stabler though.
So since we mentioned it, the chief of staff, what I will say is I believe she's the impaler.
Absolutely, I believe that's who she is. Absolutely, I do not believe. Somebody said I saw a clip where they were trying to say because Joey made mention about something being a bloody mess that they think. I don't think Joey's involved. I think it's his sister, but I think Joey knows this is because remember when the chief came looking and he was telling her, "Oh no, you don't want to mess that this person." I think Joey knows who it is though.
I absolutely believe that too. So the thing was, I believe she's the impaler, but she's not scary to me. Like she's not, and I know y'all hate when we do this, but I'm gonna do it either way it go, and y'all forgive me. But
I know who you get ready to say.
When it comes to Sonny
Oh
is.
no, that's not who I thought you was gonna say.
Oh, what do you think I was gonna say?
Because it was a woman, I thought you were gonna say she's no Cassadine. What's her name?
Helena.
She's no Helena. I thought that's where you were going. I thought you were going to Helena Cassadine when you were saying she's not scary. My bad.
I didn't even think about Helena, but good point. She's no Helena nor Sonny. With Sonny and Helena, especially Helena Cassadine, that bitch was ruthless, and Helena was scary. Helena was scary because Helena would literally ink people herself.
Yeah. No, not just people, her own family.
Baby.
She did not care. Her own family, bruh.
Her own family. Because Alexis's mother, and she told Alexis how she did it with Alexis' mother.
Sure did.
She told Alexis how she took out her mama. She like, your mother was having an affair with Stavros, and the bitch still had the fucking knife.
She still had the knife.
That bitch still had the knife, and she said, I slit her throat.
Sure did.
And you were in the room.
Sure was, baby. She was listening. No games.
So she's not scared. So to me, when she was talking to Grayson, and she was telling Grayson, basically,
sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. Those are General Hospital characters. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry.
Yeah, those are General Hospital characters. But
the point is, she was a female. She was a female villain, and she was ruthless.
She was ruthless. She didn't care.
Everybody was scared of Helena.
Yeah, she was very ruthless.
But Stavros was her husband, and she found out that her husband was having an affair with another character's mother. The whole time we knew that her mother died when she was young. We didn't know and so she literally told the story and was like, "Yeah, so your mama was a hoe. She was sleeping with my husband, so I slit her throat, and here's the knife. And let me tell you how I did it. Like she was that type of a villain. So I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry.
So yeah, but so she didn't give me someone to be, and again, I mentioned that to say she doesn't give me someone to be fearful of. She just gives me a person who works at a chief of staff working at a hospital doing some illegal stuff. Because when she sat there and said because Ashley was talking to Grayson, and she was like, you need to pick between your job, which you need this money, or your girlfriend. He was like, well, I've been doing a good job of it. She was like, if you wouldn't, you would already be dead. And I was like, ooh. But again, it didn't send no chills through me when she said it. If it was Helena, that would have sent a chill through me because I know Helena would do it.
Maybe we need to see her in action. I don't know.
But overall, it was a good week.
I thought it was a really good week.
Oh, that's right. It was Migos, y'all.
It was Migos. I'm sorry. Okay, my bad. Look, sorry, y'all. Sorry, y'all. Stavros, you're right. You're right. Sorry, y'all. Sorry.
It's so many damn Cassadines.
I'm about to say them Cassadine storylines.
It's so many, but you're right. It was Migos, but it's so many damn Cassadines. But yeah, overall, it was a really good week. Now, here's the other thing that I will say, and it's going back to Jacob. I'm sick of him and Naomi because he texted Naomi to meet him at a hotel room. I was like, sir, aren't you undercover?
Sure.
But okay. That's all I got.
They get on my nerves.
But like I said, it was a really good week. I enjoyed it. Next week look like it's gonna be a good week as well. Leslie's house. That house ain't going nowhere, look like right now.
Baby, look like they got that house on lockdown. Ooh, Cajun Cajun said, "I really hope Doug isn't the impaler."
Well, y'all know Joey said he took his dad out.
Joey's. That's why I think it's the sister, y'all. I really think it's the sister.
Because Joey said he took his dad out. Because Vanessa asked him what happened, with the abuse when he got older. He said, I got to the point where I was able to handle it myself. DB, I forgot to mention that, but I agree with you.
What happened? I need Ted to move out of that hotel. Child, I'm so sick of Ted in that hotel. Vanessa could have had him in something, child. But at this point, I think he's just lazy. Like he said, but remember he said that. He said, look, yeah, I could have moved out. He was like, but when I want something to eat, it's a phone call away. My room is clean every day. I can get my clothes clean. Like, I think he just got lazy and got used to that hotel living. But sir, you could go live in a really nice building that can give you all those same amenities. Like there are high-end buildings that have laundry service and all this other stuff. I'm gonna need you to go find one.
Okay, so he said he took his dad out, but then it doesn't seem like he finished the job. Okay.
I mean, here's the thing. I wasn't mad. I wouldn't be mad if Joey's dad and the sister are teamed up. Like, I wouldn't be mad at that. I'm here for that. I'm here for a good gangster storyline. We got it. Yeah, I think you probably didn't hear. Yeah, we got it. Sorry. Yeah,
my bad.
Sorry, y'all. It wasn't Stavros. We're sorry. We're sorry.
It was Miko's. But
sorry. Thank you. Shout out to the GH.
Shout out to
the GH fans in the house. Thank you.
Yeah, shout out to y'all. But again, y'all, the whole point was to say that Helena took out her husband's mistress in front of the husband's daughter.
In front of the daughter, child.
And then raised Alexis.
Right.
Like not part of her family. She didn't raise that girl as part of the family. They didn't bring her in as part of the family. Helena was a bitch, but I loved her and hated her at times. And I do hope that that's I do kind of want that. Like, I do want that with Joe. I want Joey to have some kind of competition. Like, I do want to see turf wars with Joey. I would love to see turf wars.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm here for a good Joey storyline. Like, I'm here for it.
I don't know. You good enough. You say I'm a soap historian. I watched them all.
Oh no, you listen. I want to be right, so I ain't mad. I want to be right.
Kevin says y'all be confusing us Beyond the Gates fans.
Shut up, Cajun.
That ain't Cajun. That's Kevin.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But Cajun is trolling.
Well, I mean, he don't know how to do anything other than troll.
But yeah, you guys, that was Beyond the Gates. Here's the thing. I know we talked about this, I think either last week or the week before. I really do hope Generations does come back.
I'll watch. Listen, if they reboot Generations, I will watch Generations the same way I'm watching this. I absolutely would.
I hope they do that because it's about time we have. I mean, we can have more than one Black soap.
Right, we can have more than one. It doesn't. We don't have to be limited to one show.
Like hello, Housewives. Like Housewives, we can have more than 2 Housewives. We can have more than Potomac and Atlanta. Just
saying. Yeah, they really need to do New Orleans. I think New Orleans would be such a great franchise. Because New Orleans has and they need to pull old girl that was on Southern Charm, the black with the anchor. I forget her name, but the black lady, the anchor whose father played football.
Mm-hmm.
They need to pull her. I don't know about the rest of the cast, but she definitely should be on the show.
Yeah, they should definitely bring more Black Housewives because Potomac and Atlanta ain't cutting it, especially. Y'all know what I'm about to say. Potomac ain't cutting it for me.
Well, we know.
Potomac ain't cutting it for me. And then it's gonna be hard for me because now I'm with me dropping Potomac. I'm just gonna have Atlanta for the Black women.
Ambitions was good. I hated that Ambitions only lasted 1 season. It was good. Tamika, yep, that was her name, Tamika. Yep.
Ambitious, wasn't that on OWN? I never watched it.
It was so good. I watched it and I reviewed it. It was so good. And then they left it with a cliffhanger because the father had gotten shot, and of course the show got canceled. I'm like, well, what happened? Who shot the daddy?
I was saying Robin Givens was in. I thought Robin Givens was in.
Yeah, Robin Givens was in it, and who was her husband? Was it Blair Underwood? Who was her husband, y'all? Was it Blair Underwood? Who played her husband on the show?
DB,
It was good though.
DB is absolutely some rich black women in Houston.
Oh yeah, Houston would be great.
Absolutely.
Well, when they were gonna rebrand Dallas, they had picked up some black women for Dallas.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, Essence Atkins was her and Robin Givens were sisters. I thought Robin Givens' husband was the guy from Stomp the Yard. Okay.
As much as it's gonna pay me to say this with Dallas, what they could have done, it's gonna pay me to say this. It's gonna pay me to say this. They could have went with Claudia Jordan.
Yeah.
Because I can't stand. I do not like Claudia. It's just something about that woman I just can't stand.
Our Kind of People had a great premise, but the
writing was
terrible.
I love that show.
Brian White, that was it. Yep. I loved Our Kind of People. I loved the premise of it, but it was almost like they were trying to put too much into one season. Like everything they put into that one season could have been stretched out.
Not awful, Claudia.
Hold on, y'all. This is my sister, Sean. Hello. Hey.
Yeah, Raven, I agree. She is good, but it's just something about Claudia that just irks my soul and spirit. And then the fact that anytime I tweet about her, she always finds it and wants to respond.
Sorry, y'all. That's my sister.
No, you're good. Kevin, you say, why do I not like Claudia? So here's the biggest thing reason why I don't like Claudia. That comment she made about not seeing the dark skinned people. That was what really rubbed me wrong with Claudia. It was like you don't see the dark skinned people. Okay, weird. So that was what it was. And then on Housewives of Atlanta, and what I can say is on Housewives of Atlanta, I don't think that she was given a fair shake because she really did do a good job her first season, especially the way she read Nene. That is what Potomac needs. Potomac needs a Claudia Jordan for Giselle.
The problem is they've gotten people in there, and then Giselle, because let's be clear, that's what Candace was. Candace's problem, in my opinion, is that Candace is such a polarizing person.
Mm-hmm.
But Candace could stand
yeah, she can stand
toe to toe with Giselle. I'm gonna tell you something else about, in my opinion, about Potomac, and this where y'all gonna get mad at me. The Potomac fans are unforgiving, whereas on other reality shows, this is my opinion, I feel like if people fall out and make up, or if people were friends but then they're not friends anymore, people can kind of get over it. But on Potomac, they don't let that shit go. They'll be like, oh, Candace mad at Giselle now, but she wasn't mad at Giselle, and we tried to tell her Giselle wasn't her friend. And it's like, that's all of the shows. Mm-hmm. But it's like Potomac fans don't let that shit go. It's like, damn, somebody can't be friends and then fall out. They wasn't really friends. Somebody could tell you we were friends. We hung out when the cameras weren't rolling. We spent time together. Our families hung out. And the fans would be like, they weren't friends. No, they weren't. And I'm like, they literally just told y'all that they really were friends. I don't know. It's like they don't let that shit go. So it's hard because with Candace, when Candace was finally giving it to Giselle, y'all was mad because y'all were like, but she should have never been her friend anyway. But can we enjoy the reads now? Damn.
I loved them. I was here for them.
Y'all, when I say y'all, I'm talking about the fans.
Yeah, I know.
Y'all don't let that shit go. It's like, damn.
I'm curious to see what Ultimate Girls Trip is going to give with them, with her, Robin, Ashley.
Well, you know the rumor is Robin's coming back.
And I'm definitely not with that one. Oh, I damn sure ain't coming back. If there was ever a hope of me coming back to Potomac, Robin Dixon, and I saw that, I was like, absolutely the fuck not.
Being from the area, did you like the show when it first started? It had such potential. I mean, I liked it just like any other reality show. I mean, it didn't do nothing for me. It didn't make me feel no different just because it was from this area. I mean, when you say it had so much potential, I don't see where it was. It was just a reality. I mean, it was a housewife show.
Them first 2 seasons were terrible.
Yeah, I was about to say that first season was not. I mean, remember the big storyline from the first season was Karen being mad because Giselle sat in the wrong seat. Like, let's go back to the major storyline of that season was Karen being offended that Giselle sat in the center seat at her birthday party and that it was not proper etiquette. Like, I'm sorry, the first season didn't have much potential.
And then you had house.
Right, you had Ashley being messy, telling everybody that Robin was broke. You had and then Katie. Now Katie's storyline had potential.
It did.
With her boyfriend being Jewish and white and her having the 2 kids and that. Now that storyline had some potential, but then it kind of got stalled because Katie, unfortunately, and then the next season, her and the guy had broken up. So it really wasn't, a lot more there. But
yeah, I pray for Katie too, because she back in rehab again.
Yeah, Katie's just, I feel for Katie. Some people, unfortunately, that bug just gets on them, and it's just some people can shake it, some people can't. And it just seems like she can't seem to shake it. So yeah.
Chief, you hit a nail on the head. Robin helps distract from the fact that Giselle has no storyline.
That's true. That's true. Well, I'm gonna say this: production reminded everybody that Giselle don't have no storyline.
Sure the fuck did.
Oh, my groceries are on the way.
So yeah, you guys, that was it. What you got coming up this weekend? It's a slow week.
Today. Sundays are my days that I kind of try to get caught up. So after I get off of here, we will do a tribe meeting today at some point. I don't know what time. We're doing Chasing Atlanta at 6. I ain't watched the episode yet, so I'm about to watch the episode now. When I get done watching the episode is when I'll probably do the tribe meeting, and then we'll do Chasing Atlanta. And I don't have to, but I'm gonna do Love and Marriage Huntsville at some point today. So that's my agenda. But I have some other things I'm trying to handle. So I'm trying to handle some business. I got some things coming up. My DC folk, I'm planning our next event. Tentatively, it's going to be in July. I don't want to give you a date yet until it's locked in, but it's tentatively in July, and I'm excited. It's going to be a really great event, so I'm working on that. And I also am working on my next cruise that I will be announcing. It's not my cruise, it's somebody else's cruise, but I'm planning it. With my travel agency. But I'll be announcing that in April. So I'm working on some stuff. So I feel like I'm working 3 jobs right now, which I am technically, I
guess. Sir, you don't tell me what to do. That's all I'm gonna say to you.
Anyway, Kay, just shut up.
I'll know Beyond Gates on Thursday and Friday for March Madness.
March Madness, yeah. So it's gonna be a short week.
Okay, that's good. That's cool. I'm off work all week too.
And please don't nobody complain. They always take whatever shows are on during March Madness. They gonna always shut it down on CBS. Mm-hmm. So please, I don't want nobody complaining, talking about why they taking the black show off. It didn't matter what show they going. Young and the Rest. None of them shows are gonna be on Thursday or Friday.
Okay. So for me, Jesus, what do I have coming up? Because I don't have a lot, you guys. So I guess I'm gonna just do start. Since not much is on right now, we are going to do some hot topics because I still have not. I discussed the funny thing, and it always happens for me because y'all know I do weekly videos of the blogs and stuff, right? And it always happens that after it's like when me, Rox, and Ashley post our videos, we come back next week talking about. This stuff happened after we posted our videos. And literally after I posted my video about Amy and Dwight, the damn 911 calls come out. I said, damn it. I'm sick of the saga, but it's interesting as hell. So I'm going to do a video at some point to talk about Dwight and Amy's 911 calls, her 911 call. I was like, girl, why did you have to tell a woman we live on a 35,000 acre state? What does that mean to her?
What I found interesting in that 911 call was you came down to the internet and told everybody that your man be getting high off the cocaine. You even had a visual. You even had a whole bag to show us. But when you were on the phone with 911 and they asked you were any drugs and alcohol involved, you said no.
Exactly.
That is what I find interesting. Because if my husband was a drug addict and part of the reason why his behavior is up and down, why wouldn't I say yes? And I don't want nobody to be like, well, she was trying to protect him. She wasn't trying to protect him because she turned around and went on the internet and told every damn body.
She protected herself.
Right. So
Nobody,
child
like
violence.
I didn't catch it until I went back earlier, like earlier to do when I did my video on Thursday. I didn't catch that she put her fucking hand in the bag
Yeah.
and took the shit out and then was wiping her nose. I said, "Oh," with the same hand that you put in the fucking bag. And somebody left it in my. I think it was Gabby who left it in my comments. Who was like, "I'm not saying that she's doing it, but maybe she's doing it too with him." And I don't put anything past her because,
I
like,
don't put anything past it. We saw it. I mean, unfortunately, we saw it with Bobby and Whitney. Everybody wanted to blame Bobby
mhm,
until it was you couldn't deny that Whitney was getting high. Like you couldn't deny it anymore.
yeah. And then what also threw me was I agree with Royce, and I know a lot of people want to say Royce is bitter, Royce is this. Royce is not. I don't know. I'm not gonna say she's bitter. That is a woman who has been abused by that man, and she feels comeuppance, right?
I think two things can be true at the same time. I do think Royce is better. I do think Royce is petty, but
Nothing petty.
I also think that I don't care because she's like you said, she's gone through a lot with this man, and for so long people didn't believe her or people made her the bad guy.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not mad at her for taking a victory lap, but it is petty.
But
I'm not mad at her about it.
Right, and I agree with Royce. It's not about the kids; it's about you. It's self-preservation because if it was about them kids, you wouldn't because you like I had to see if I'm gonna lie for my husband. I lie for my husband. No, if he's hurting those kids, get those kids away from him.
Because you admitted, first of all, you sat there on live and admitted you lied to DHS or DCFS or whoever was at your door. You lied to them people. And the only reason why you mad now is because now the table done turned and he got the kids lying on you. But when you was helping him lie, it wasn't no problem. Yeah, we're gonna do a in the tribe meeting, we're gonna talk about Alicia Keys and Swiss Beats, and we're gonna talk about Clarissa Shields. And
I saw something because I saw Mims posted a video about Alicia Keys, and I hadn't heard that story, but
I heard it last night, but I was tired. And then when I saw Mims was going live, I was like, I'll do it tomorrow. Because I did see it like on the blogs, but I was like, I can need to look this stuff up and get a little more information. But basically, Swiss Beats, the mother of his daughter, is accusing Swiss Beats and Alicia Keys of basically letting their daughter vape and take edibles and all this other stuff. So she was like, they doing it themselves, which I'm not surprised to hear that. But
that's not surprising. And so then y'all, the other thing that y'all know, it's Sunday, so y'all know Baddies come on tonight, so we'll be doing Baddies sometime.
Yeah, Baddies is like Love and Marriage Huntsville. They don't never stop.
It is.
They just go from one season. It just never stops.
And that's what I was thinking about last night. I was like, it's not that I hate Baddies because it's stupid to me. And I'm like, Baddies, I can look at Baddies kind of like I used to look at Love and Hip Hop. And so that's how I think I can get through it because I never took Love and Hip Hop all that. So I never took Love and Hip Hop seriously. I'm like, they add on a little bit to it to give us, sometimes the shock value, but it's the fact that they pop out seasons like I'm like, my God, y'all pop out seasons like popcorn. And I was like, it reminds me of Love and Marriage Huntsville. Because hell, how many breaks have they? Love and Marriage Huntsville has taken three breaks at this point?
Yeah. I don't know where the hell we are at this point. It just goes away.
What season are you? I was about to say, what season are y'all
in? I think technically, what is that? They're calling this season 10, I think.
Child.
I think they're calling this season 10. Don't listen. Don't quote me. Don't make
me.
And
I haven't watched the episode of it. Now I will tell you guys, there is one show that I think I said it before that I am considering doing. That is I'm about to say Tyler Perry, Carlos King. They one and the same. But I'm thinking about doing Bell Collective Birmingham with Stormy when that comes out.
I'm definitely going to do that.
I'm curious about seeing.
Even though regular Bell Collective done pissed me off, but
I've stopped watching it because I don't get because I saw a clip of Letitia and Latrice making up with each other. I was like, okay, for how long?
For 2 weeks.
And then Letitia still irks me. It's like, girl, you let Glenn play in your face.
I think they're playing in our faces together. I think they setting this shit up.
Because I saw a clip of her doing a photo shoot. I said, "What's she doing a photo shoot for?"
Because she's coming up with a talk show.
Girl,
she coming up with a talk show.
Goodbye.
Now here he go. Look at his ass done drop down. Scotty, so everybody a bully except for you.
Exactly, because let's not talk about how he treated me in Atlanta.
Oh,
Because he was he was a terror to me in Atlanta.
I believe it. I believe it. Because the first time Scotty met me in person, he said, "Now look at see what this bitch gonna do." I said, "What?"
But no, here's a funny thing. I text Scotty Friday. I was like, "Hey friend, how
Scotty,
you doing?"
You are a bully.
He absolutely is. I text him Friday, and I was like, I asked him how he was doing, and he said, we said good. He asked me how I was doing. I was like, I'm good, and I was like, I think I might come out because y'all know I still want to go see Cardi B. I said, I'll make him out there to see Cardi. If I can get tickets, I'll come out there next in April. And I was like, and I'll, maybe me and you can go out to lunch. He said, child. I said, you just want an issue with me. And then I said, before you call me a victim or by my government name, don't do it. He said, okay. And he come in my government name. I said, you know what, Scotty, I can't stand you.
Scotty, I need to call you though. I do have a serious question I need to ask you. I'm gonna call you.
But he loves, here you go, calling us victims. But
you are with Scotty ass.
Scotty is absolutely a bully. Don't let anything he say on YouTube fool you guys.
Scotty is a bully. He bullies me all the time.
He terrorizes the hell out of me.
If I'm so bad, you the one calling us bullies and victims. I'm just saying you are. We are not. That's all. Scotty, I love you, Scotty.
You and that's why I say I told you the whole because every time we would get into because we stayed into
give
it.
Give me a hug, Scotty. Give me a hug.
We stayed into it the whole weekend because I was like, Scotty, you secretly love me. You love me. He's like, I don't. See? I was like, you do. I don't.
Cajun, we talk about you because you are exactly who we say you are.
Scotty, I've never denied that I love you, but you love me back. So
right, you love us, we love you. Let's be friends. Now, go on somewhere, Scotty. Go on now.
I don't love the mistreatment though. Please tell the people how you terrorized me in the back seat of that damn car to the Kroger.
Oh,
y'all.
Oh, Scotty. Oh, he's how I love you, hoes. Yes, you do.
So we were going to Kroger because y'all know he had a kickback at the house. In the back seat, Scotty is like a child, pulling my seat, kicking my seat. I'm like, Scotty, if you don't stop.
Was he drunk?
No, he was sober.
Oh wow. See, I was going to say he was drunk.
He was sober.
Not Cajun is Satan's helper. DB and Cajun be going at in the chat. The two of them. And look, both of them are going on a cruise. I can only imagine.
And Scotty, you must remember, I'm gonna see you in for the French trip in August too. So gonna be fun times.
Scotty, give me the information on the French trip. I might crash it.
Gonna be fun, friend.
Because if it's gonna be where you told me it's gonna be, I could drive now.
Gonna be fun, friend. It's gonna be so much fun.
So I might get a room and crash it and come and hang out with you guys.
I'm gonna terrorize the hell out of you that whole weekend.
Sounds like fun. Not if you're going. Whatever, Scotty. You know your ass gonna be there. Anyway, I'm about to get off of here so I can get some stuff done. Yeah. Scotty, I'm gonna call you later though. For real, I gotta ask you about something.
I would text you, but I'm not.
Okay, Scotty.
I was gonna text you, Scotty, but I'm not. Because you were rude to me already this week, so you're on a little bit of a timeout, friend.
Not on a time. Bye. I'm not doing this with y'all. Goodbye.
Bye, y'all.
Not by Levert.
I'm gonna tell you why he did that.